Hey guys, and welcome back. Monster Hunter has a lot of monsters, and everyone has their favorite, each for a reason, being armor, weapons, the fight style, etc. However, for me, my personal favorite is hands down Odogaron. So for me, Odogaron was introduced in Monster Hunter World, not Iceborne, because Iceborne gave you a bunch of moves to be able to fight. No, that's a whole niche for another video. The point is, I loved his fight because truly it was my first roadblock in Monster Hunter. Now what I mean by roadblock is essentially I had to come up with a whole new build and armor and maybe even try out some new weapons. Originally I was using the Longsword for World, which without Iceborne, the Longsword is, it was rough. And it required me to fight Odogaron a lot, and I mean a lot of times. It helped that it was my favorite due to its personal biome, which was the Rotten Vale, a place where monsters go to die. So while you're fighting this aggressive ass creature, you're literally standing on rotten flesh, and goddamn the soundtrack hit hard. This monster is small, agile, fast, and aggressive. Probably the most aggressive monster and gives probably Elder Dragons a run for their money. While Elder Dragons are methodical, this guy is just pure speed. But when I fight him, it's honestly a slaughter now. In a way, it's one of the most cinematic fights just because with the parry timing, which I didn't have when I first fighting, it's just brutal how much you can bully him. And this also goes for Iceborne as well. While I was using support hunters in this clip, in general, it's just a brutal slaughter, even with the Longsword. Speaking of, Odogaron got a subspecies in Iceborne for World, and essentially it was Ebony Odogaron, which well had a lot of similar moves, just had bleed, and this bullshit Elder Seal that made it so your weapon did no damage. Rough fight, but it was a cool design. I love that like crackling red electricity with the black scales. Oh, and what better way to appreciate the design than by cutting its nails and cutting the tail off. There is nothing more satisfying in Monster Hunter than cutting an Odogaron's tail off. Oh, it's like the biggest spite ever. And I mean, look at this armor. This armor looks so good. And trust me, my companion is equal in my drip. I mean, look at him. It's a cat with a jar with a dragon head. And trust me, there's nothing else more cursed than this. Besides the playtime. Dad's gonna laugh at that one later. Or he's gonna send me a long message. We're gonna find out. So, during deployment, I got into Monster Hunter Wilds, and I really liked Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, you really take for granted being able to aim your weapon. When I was getting closer to Monster Hunter World, I forgot you can't aim your weapon at the same time when you're using moves, which fucking kills me. However, Monster Hunter Wilds was surprisingly fun. In fact, it was really fun for my Longsword because they gave me a couple new moves. But, ooh, when my roommate was asking why I was so hyped is because the introduction for Odogaron again. They started breeding in these details like it needs to be a hunter, it needs to be fast, to have great senses. I was like, yes, 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 and then the payoff was perfect. And I will tell you, it was a fucking slaughter. The moveset's basically identical. It had like two new moves, but literally it was identical. It was a slaughter, but it was really fucking fun to fight him again. And here's the deal with Wilds. I really do love it, except I'm not sure why the game crashes. It couldn't be that there's a dragon melting the entire screen. Seriously, if I play this game for more than 20 minutes, my Xbox goes whack, and it's done. For you guys to understand how many times I've actually fought Odogaron, we'll just take a look at the world profile. In Monster Hunter World and in other Monster Hunters, you can see how many times you hunted a monster, whether that be slaughtering or capturing. And looking at Odogaron, it is, oh god, definitely not helping the playtime facts. To put it bluntly, the reason that Odogaron is my favorite is because it was such a drastic change in pace. It was the first roadblock, I loved its fighting, the weapons were great, and more so the armor and just the amount of times I fought him. When fighting him, it feels like a choreographed dance. it is just unbelievably satisfying, and you can get those moments that just look so good. So I'll ask you, what was your guys' first monster roadblock? And what is your favorite monster?